Alrighty, everybody, we are here with our first post-game review, where we're just going to go over how badly we all misplayed during Diabolic Misplay on tonight's episode. I am joined by my lovely co-host Anna, and our guests this evening were Danny and Ballistic from Mono Black Meanies. Really great group of people that we were lucky enough to kind of bully into playing a game with us this evening. Outside of our normal schedule, and we got to play non-CEDH, which is kind of a rarity for Anna and I, because that's mostly what we stream, right, Anna?
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. So, Danny, Ballistic, what do you guys think are some things that went well during the first game? We're not going to talk about the second game yet.
Okay. Go first game? I only remember the second game at this point. Second game, what? What happened in the first game?
Oh,
I played Shieldred.
You played both Shieldreds,
another Shieldred.
which is
I played two Shieldred.
really
two of the three in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
me taking the crick was a greedy move, but I wanted the Shieldred.
Right.
But I knew the crick was going to be more value.
Yeah. The life gains always, right. And again, paying life.
The life gain and the pit for sure. Because I wasn't getting what I needed.
Honestly, getting.
Yeah, I think mine was like.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say mine was like the same thing, being greedy.
Right.
So Grim Tutor.
Yeah.
I could have waited to see if you guys had responses for like Dothy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I decided to like tutor for something to get it, and I just wanted to try to win fast. So, yeah.
No, and I get it. Like that's why
That's
I kind
valid.
of did
Honestly, when I see a Dothy, I react in the same way.
I was kind of thankful that Danny put out Shieldred, like his commander, the Apocalypse, after I had Bloodchief out. So one rotation down, and it was online, essentially, you know?
Yeah.
And immediate value started pouring in from that. I wish I could have gotten Mind Crank out, too, because that would have just been a game winner for me. But it was so far down. I wasn't hitting any of my tutors. And it is what it is. And eventually, Anna wound up killing me. All the other triggers from that Torment of Hellfire wound up killing the rest of the table, including herself, and giving the win to Ballistic because of the because you had two Sephiroth things out. So
with Meathook Massacre also.
With Meathook Massacre, right? So it kind of came back and bit her in the ass and gave you the win.
At that point, I had the Torment for like 2 turns because I had tutored for it.
Right.
Like I think a turn or 2 before that.
Uh-huh.
And I mentally did very quick math, and I said I'm probably gonna die doing this, but it's fine because I think the game will at least be over with me doing this. I simply had nothing else at that point.
Oh my god.
Mom life.
Seriously. Are the bronies done yet? I'm like, no, dude, they're not fucking done yet.
That was
the first game. Second game was awful.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real here. Second game was kind of a draw.
Well,
but it got interesting. It got interesting.
I mean,
with Teferi's, so I got Marlon of the Morn song out real early. And I was like, we're just gonna do some bullshit with it. I wasn't gonna flash in Oppo until I really needed to.
From the moment you casted it, Oppo, I knew.
100%. I had the combo in. I started with the combo in hand, right? So, with the first rotation of Teferi's Puzzle Box, I was just like, I got to bottom everything. I'm gonna wind up looking for anything anyways. So I'll just make it so that honestly, what I should have done in response to the Teferi's Puzzle Box trigger was cast Oppo and then go and search for something else to get more value. But it was more of just like just do it kind of thing, and then got Oppo out, and it kind of just locked the game out for a little bit there, especially because they were both out. So I got one whole rotation of getting cards from you guys, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna Culling the Week it, you know, and just kind of stop that, because otherwise it would have just
been a fully locked game of just you playing with yourself.
Right. It'd have been fucking. We would have been there all night, you know, and it's closer to morning for Danny than it is anybody else right now.
Yeah, that was
bad. And I got a few death threats from the table.
It's also just not a fun way to play out.
No, because
at all. It's honestly not interesting to watch.
So the Marlon Oppo is definitely a lockout, but it's a lockout for like the game ending. right? You want to put that in before your last couple turns. So you want to tutor for all your stuff, right? You want to use those tutors for all your stuff, and then you want to make sure that nobody else is tutoring. You want to take their tutors, right? And then go for some kind of win line. Obviously, I had no mana to really do anything else. This was more of just lock the game out.
Well, that's what pissed me off. So that's why I started being a bitch and asking what combo lines you wanted, because you know that all of us 100%. Were trying to rip the same wins. So if you had exiled Onyx from me and Chain of Smog from someone else, or fucking Phyrexian Obliterator and fucking Saw in Half, or fucking any fucking Gary whatever black bullshit combo and Exsanguinate something, you could have gotten everyone's combo pieces in that one turn cycle of Oppo and ended it.
I could have. Yeah. But I didn't.
And that's what pissed me off. That's why I fucking said that. And then you also knew I had access to white. I had Return to Dust. You could have exiled the fucking puzzle box. Like I had, there was things in my deck. You've seen Shogengar play. You know the deck list almost as well as I do at this point, and it just frustrated the fuck out of me.
No, I know, 100%. It became a frustrating drag out until I was like, all right. That's when I told Danny, like, give me your Calling the Week. Or I told Ballistic that it doesn't matter who I told it to, but I told him give me their Culling the Week, and then I did some shit and then played Culling
because
the
we
Week
agree. We talk about this all the time. Stacks and lockout with no win con. That's not fucking cool.
Garbage.
That's not
it is
chill.
A garbage playstyle.
It's garbage. It's hot garbage, and we don't run shit like that.
It is a garbage.
So if you hate your lockout, you need to go rip your win line.
If you're gonna play Stasis and nothing else, you're a piece of shit. If you're gonna play Stasis a turn before
you're a piece of shit.
If you play
you're
Stasis,
a piece of shit, 100%.
But if you play Stasis and then on your turn you have a way to untap everything and you're going for the win, great. But if you're just playing Lockout to play Lockout,
exactly,
go fucking play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Straight up,
what you did.
Like it's not fun.
It became a game of Yu-Gi-Oh. Absolutely, and it was just not enjoyable. Even for me, it wasn't enjoyable. I'm like, this is gonna turn into a shit show. I gotta stop this after one rotation.
Mm-hmm.
I could have honestly done Culling the Week a lot sooner, but I wanted to get a little bit more value out of it, so I was like, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna at least get through the one rotation. So
yeah, solid, honestly. No, I got it once. It just pissed me off because I had probably more pre-game knowledge than anyone, but me and you had already talked about how we were all going to be going for the same win lines.
There's a lot of similar lines in all of our decks. Yes, there are a lot of similar lines.
There was a lot of very easy things for you to just be like, "Oh, let me get your this," and everything you were saying, "Let me get your this," was not a way to win, and that's
100%. It was more of
why I was.
It was more of a how can I set myself up on the next Teferi's puzzle box. If I can draw into some stuff.
Right.
And I didn't. All I got from you guys was essentially ramp. That was it. There was no anything else, you know? So it was try to ramp, try to draw some cards, and then eventually once Sheldred was out and I had 7 cards in hand, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand, I was going to just kill myself anyway from the card draw. So
yeah, there was nothing I was doing about any of that unless I top decked a fucking swords or a path. That was my only way out of any of that shoulder.
And it's one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite salty bullshit combos. Sheldred into Teferi's puzzle box and just like, okay, bye. Just watch it.
I used to run it in Ecusar, but it fucked me too many times, and I was like, I can't. This isn't like it was literally in one. I ran it for one game with it in, and I took it out.
No, when that elf came down,
my lane and that, we were fucked.
When the elf came down, I was like, okay, but like same thing. I had the same win con. I was like, oh, dude, I could win next turn again. And then fucking Danny over here, Teferi's puzzle box. I was like, God damn it, Danny. And everything. I had another tutor. I had Forsaken Miner and Warren Soul Trader. And I was like, oh, GG.
Yeah, and then at one point you had a fucking Citadel in your hand, which is always just a disgusting. Don't let a Mono Black player resolve. That's gonna end the game no matter what.
Yeah. So it was cool. I definitely built my first braid deck that way. It was the braid stacks, and it was just to get it out as quick as possible, lock the board down, sack land, all that stuff. I had was it contamination or other people? All that pepper swamps.
I run contamination in my braids build.
So I run contamination in braids as well because, and I accidentally took out Opheomancer, and then I traded it because Opheomancer, I totally read the card wrong. I didn't realize that it's every upkeep. I thought it was every one of your upkeep. It's every single upkeep. So one rotation, you're having 4 snakes.
That was the first purchase.
Yeah.
That was the first purchase when I built Cabal Minion.
Yeah.
Literally.
Because it's just something to always...
an Opheomancer.
Right.
Because that's what my braids deck started as, was Cabal Minion got... the day that the unbans were coming out, I'm sitting there with my Gristlebrand poster, just like, please...
Well, so originally they were actually talking about Gristlebrand.
Let me get a crazy unbanned. It didn't happen.
Originally they were talking about it.
I know. That's why I was like, okay, if Gristlebrand gets a fucking unban, I'm gonna build Gristlebrand. I'm ready. Like I'm cooking. I'm ready. And then Braids got unbanned, and I was like, oh, that's kind of banger. I think I've pulled like 4 of those. I repel MH2. So I built Braids. It's kind of a trash card, running it as my commander, and then having Cabal Minion as your commander. It was a bracket 3 build. Every table I sat down at, immediately I'm like, oh, I'm playing Braids Cabal Minion. It was arch enemy of me every game, no matter what. Even if I was like stuck and nothing was happening. I think people are just scared of the name. So I ramped it up to a bracket 4. 100%. 100%. It's the name. Doesn't even matter to know about the 99. So then when I went to MagicCon in Vegas, I got Turgid.
Yeah, but you can't even play Turgid. You can't play like now with Mono Black. You can't play Braids. You can't play Turgid. You can't play Tiny Bones. Like Tiny Bones Trinket Thief is now up there as well because everybody knows that it's just a theft deck. You're gonna steal everybody's shit from the discard.
Yeah. Right. People hated my Tiny Bones deck. It was a bracket 3 deck, and it was literally discard tribal. That was all it did was discard. Yeah. And it was pretty chill. It was like a $300 fucking deck. There was nothing wild in it at all. But now I took it apart for that demon deck I built.
Right, Arden or whatever.
I ripped the fucking no cupboard. It's Crick now.
Crick, right? It's Crick now, right?
Oh, okay, cool.
But all right, I think both games went great. I appreciate you guys sticking around for this. This is the first time we've been. Yeah. Well, last week we talked. Last week we talked at the end of stream, and everybody kind of hung around and like, well, we did it, but like, I kind of wanted to do it separately, so it was just like a little bit of a separate thing. I think it's good to just break down the games. Not everybody breaks down their games, and I think it makes you a better player when you go back in your head and you say, "This is how I fucked up. This is how I misplayed, and this is how, I could have been a better player." So.
And it's nice to like be able to say it to each other and like validate each other's statements from the game, like rather than being after the game sitting there like, "Fuck, that was fucked," and just thinking about it yourself,
Yeah. Because then you're like,
I was great. Yeah. I was great in this game. I did nothing wrong.
Danny's an angel. What are we talking about, dude? Danny's just an angel over there. You see Sylvia, she's like,
absolutely.
It's just like that's the face she's pulling.
Yeah, she's like, I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't cast the 4-mana Hellfire for 9 mana.
Yeah. Said, can I destroy your land, please? Please, come on.
Mommy, want me to destroy your land?
All right, guys. Do you have anything else to say before we go?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, thanks for having us again, dude.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you for taking time out of your nights to. Danny, I know it's super late for you as well, too. So.
Technically, now it's early. It's past being late, and now it's early.
Now it's early. Yeah.
Yeah, we can check. It's probably 3:30 in the morning for him, if I had to guess. Since I have
exactly that.
Edinburgh clock on my phone for Connor.
So
it's about 7:30 over here in the West Coast.
Yeah, it's 10:30 here. So.
Indeed, it is.
All right, guys. I will catch you all later. It was a pleasure having all of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. All right, guys, and we are.